Hello, hello, and welcome to this next installment of lessons from the world leading experts on confinement. And today actually follows up on yesterday's video. After finishing yesterday's video, I realized that there's another component here that we can be incredibly inspired by the prison residents on. And that is by their unbelievable ingenuity. Now, anyone that's set foot in prison will have their own stories to share on this one because it is truly remarkable. And for those of you that have seen any prison documentary, you will have seen the negative side of that ingenuity. That is how they can take just about anything, including flimsy newspaper, and transform it into a flesh-piercing dagger. And there's countless of other examples of how they're incredibly creative on how they work around the constraints of the system and do some illegal activities. Now, the fact of the matter is, here's what I love about who we are as human beings, is that ingenuity, that innovation, that creativity that's turned towards negative outcomes and negative desires and destructive activities can be just as easily turned around and start being used with the same energy, the same passion, the same determination towards positive ends. And that's what I love to be a witness to. They can be so creative in how they answer some of their challenges. You know, one of the things that's popping in my head right now is Ear Hustle, a podcast that's actually made inside San Quentin. Did an episode, I have no idea when, maybe season 2. I'll try to go look it up and post it in the comments below, or the description of whatever that's called, about a process that's called phishing. Now, if you listen to the episode, you'll hear it's not all pretty, but it answers to a need of sharing and exchanging different goods, including food, in times of lockdown when they can't get out of their cells. And in our spaces, when we're organizing the TEDx events, we see unbelievable ingenuity from these guys in the way that they answer to how to create a memorable and magical experience for the community members that will come into prison in a very sober and limiting environment that is prison. And in our spaces, what's so much fun to see is the more the prison administration can say no to some of their creative ideas, the more their creativity expands. And that's the collaboration I absolutely love in our spaces, is that we get to collaborate together with the administration to make sure that we answer to their security needs, because that's absolutely fundamental, while still enabling a magical experience. And it is in that space that absolute wisdom and ingenuity comes up, and we get to be a witness to. In preparation for our third event, our team showed up one day with these little flowers. And I'm sorry I don't have one to show you right here, still in boxes. And little tiny flowers that were this big, and they had a green stem and little tiny green leaves, and then a little tiny rose that was less than a centimeter high. Gosh, maybe even barely over half a centimeter. And we looked at them and we saw them, they were just beautiful. And then they asked us to smell them, and they had a beautiful smell. So we asked them, however, did you make these? And so because of their lack of resources inside prison, well, they use their chip bags. And so they collect their bags, their chip bags from theirs and their fellow prison residents. And with the outside coloring of the bag, well, they make red roses and yellow roses and blue roses and all the different color roses with their green stems, made primarily by the chip bags. And I don't remember what substances they had mixed together to create that fragrance, but all their roses smelled really beautifully. And so allow that when you're stuck, that allow yourself to recognize that might just be the door to more creative ideas, to innovative solutions, to some fun ideas. And just for an example, well, actually, I have one right here. It's dark and gloomy today. And I'm like, I don't have much of my stuff with me. And so here's my innovative, ingenuous, how do you say that correctly, lighting solution, which is definitely subpar, but we'll make do for right now. And I am just making the most of what the resources I have around me at this time. And the other day, just a few days ago, we're cooking and we got stuck in our dinner because it called for spinach and we had run out of spinach. And I looked in the fridge and we had arugula. Now I am a major foodie and I had never heard of cooked arugula. And so we're like, let's give it a try. And so we did, and it was delicious. I had never thought that cooked arugula could be good. And we had a fabulous meal in which we replaced spinach with arugula. And so your turn. When next time you feel stuck, recognize that that's a place where you get to become creative and allow that to be the door. And I look forward to hearing how what are the different qualities of ingenuity that you discover in yourself, because do not let any story that you're not creative or you don't have that innovative spirit behold any truth in you. It is not true. By definition, we human beings are creative beings. And so allow your own creativity in whatever way it's meant to be expressed to show up. And I hope that the guys in the prison residence can be an inspiration to you as you find your own ingenuity in your spirit and while you're confinement. Have a great day.